I know it's not going to happen because of the players' union, but I'd still like to see punishment. This is the worst thing since the Black Sox scandal when they threw the World Series.
I think if you find out that the little guys on Houston actually were wearing buzzers, I think you ban them for life. Boom! You set an example. That is so much worse.
Yeah, I think the problem is that it's a little like when a prosecutor says, well, one of you guys pulled the trigger and whoever flips first,
Right.
even if you were the guy who actually pulled the trigger, if you flip first, then you get immunity and you don't get what happened. And so it sounds like everybody just got immunity and they all just said, yeah, okay, we'll tell you the truth. Or at least some, version of the truth.
We'll tell you the truth that we already knew.
Right. Yeah. We'll tell you. Yeah. Tell you the obvious.
Yeah. But that's the thing where it's like, I think, John, I think weeks ago we were talking about this, and I think I may have emailed you, and you were talking about, is what's baseball going to do? Is anything going to happen? And I think one of the things I said was, I said right from the start, they're not going to do anything. Yeah. And to me, this isn't anything really. I mean, Hinch and a GM.
So we were talking about this at our local watering hole the other night, and so they fined him $5 million, right?
Right.
But they also took away 4 draft picks, right? So they're number 1 and number 2 draft pick for 2 years. Which, if you look at the signing bonuses for those slots, right, it's about $5 million.
Right.
So it's a complete wash. So the fine and the draft picks were sort of a
right.
And
if you're a good team, those are late drafts anyway.
Those were 31, 32, or whatever.
People were suggesting that no, you take away international money or your international picks,
right.
That's more punitive,
right?
Right. This is very.
Or how about take away your top prospect?
No.
That's in your system already.
Yeah.
Take away your top 4 prospects and give them to the teams that you played against in the World Series or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Make it hurt.
Yeah, make it hurt. This doesn't hurt. There's no and especially if players get immunity, there's nothing preventing them from cheating again. Because it doesn't sound like the Major League Baseball is putting any rules into play that are stating if you do this, we're going to ban you for life. They're not. None of that is happening. Nobody's getting fined. Nobody's losing games over this.
Think about it, right? So it's not the Dodgers, Yankees, right? So or Boston. Really, that have the the biggest brands, right? That you have to worry about. So it's the Astros, right? So if you're the owner of the Astros, and you told them 5 years ago, hey, in 3 years you're going to win a World Series, but 2 years after that you're going to take a major publicity hit, and you're going to lose this and this and this. Would you take it and get your World Series ring? Heck yeah!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
That's like Bartolo Colon, right? You're gonna be suspended 80 games and all this, but because you took steroids. But after that, you're gonna sign a 4-year contract worth $32 million.
That's right. Right.
That's
absolutely.
The juice is worth the squeeze. Right?
Absolutely. And quite literally, when it comes to the PEDs, there were plenty of guys that were thinking of it like as a business decision. They would just set it out and say, you know what? I'm sucking. I got to do something.
Right.
And this is it. This is my advantage.
Right.
And I'm taking it.
Yep.
And if I get caught, I get caught.
That's right.
Yeah.
But like Corey said, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think there's other teams that are going to get nailed. And I think a lot of teams are running scared right now.
I don't disagree with the thought that this is the tip of the iceberg. I think what I disagree with, and again, it's because I'm jaded, is that I don't think that anything else is coming down the line as far as punishments or anything like that.
I would totally agree with you on that because baseball needs this to be done.
Right.
They need to go into this season. They need to have there's going to be some uproar at the beginning with the Astros, and all the fans are going to be, you're going to see the banners, and you can see the trash cans, you can see people booing like crazy. But baseball needs to have a clean break from this and go forward and have a good season, right?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. And get that collective bargaining agreement signed and done.
You're going to have a great enshrinement for Cooperstown on the 26th of July. right? And that's, I mean, Captain America is going to be in the Hall of Fame, and that's going to be a good feel-good, for the sport.
Right.
So they need to have this all cleaned up and tucked away nicely before that happens.
Right.